I'm a 34-year-old Korean American, which means that I'm the prime demographic for so many brands and companies. And let me tell you, the ads and algorithms are really good at convincing me that I need all of these things to make my life better. The face tools with the 5 different attachments, anti-aging everything, the state-of-the-art espresso machine, smart appliances that can talk back to me. Honestly, they are pretty cool, but do I really need them? And when does it all become too much? The hedonic treadmill is real. The idea that no matter how much we buy, we quickly get used to it and return to the baseline of wanting more. It keeps us running in place, constantly chasing the next thing. And that cycle, it costs us not just money, but our time and energy. And no matter how cool these things are, none of them can ever equate to the peace of mind that I get from living a low-maintenance lifestyle. I don't feel anxious checking my bank account. I'm not overwhelmed trying to keep up with what to invest in and what to avoid. And most importantly, I have the freedom to shift and adjust my lifestyle whenever I need to, without feeling trapped by my expenses. Today, I thought I'd share with you some common things that we're often pressured to buy, especially in this decade, that I personally choose not to spend my money on. And if you've been on the fence about some of these purchases, maybe my perspective can give you something to think about too. When I was first planning this video, I started making a list of all the different things that I refused to spend my money on, and the list was getting a little bit too long. So I made different categories of the different areas of our lives where we tend to spend money, and I'm only going to be mentioning what's really relevant in our culture right now. And let's just get right into it on the topic of beauty and self-care. And the first one being professional services and treatments. So anything like facials, manicure, pedicures, or anything that you can do at a medi spa. I refuse to spend my money on these things because I just feel like it's not worth the money and it's a lot to keep up. I've actually been really insecure about my overplucked eyebrows, like a lot of people. So I went to go get microblading done, which is like these small little incisions in your eyebrows. I did a lot of research and I went to this place. They made it look really natural, but it didn't even last a full year. For $500, I feel like it really wasn't worth it. So lesson learned, I'm just gonna draw in my eyebrows and I don't mind it. And speaking of expensive to maintain, let's talk about aesthetic procedures, surgical and non-surgical. I refuse to spend any more money into these treatments. I actually did do a session of microneedling. It actually helped a lot. I saw a big improvement in my skin, and I could go ahead and do all the lasers, and there's so many different treatments now where I could try to improve my skin even more. But at what point do I just say, okay, this is my skin and this is good enough already, and I'm just gonna go on and live my life because it's not worth putting more money into it, because it's just not my priority right now. And with that said, I don't judge anyone for getting Botox or fillers, lasers, or any kind of treatments done. I think if you have the means and it really boosts your confidence, then it's no one else's business but yours. But I think it is worth asking, am I really getting value out of this? Or am I feeling pressured by society to get these aesthetic procedures done? I am a big proponent of holistic self-care, eating whole foods and having an active lifestyle. Moving your body and reducing stress in your life is a huge one. So that's really what I try to focus on nowadays. I've been on the hunt for good cruelty-free skincare brands in Europe and really happy to discover Typology. All of the products are formulated and manufactured in France, and I love that they're hybrid products that give both long-term benefits of skincare and instantly enhances our looks. It's getting warmer outside, so it's nice to wear just this tinted serum, which has active ingredients like vitamin C, squalane, and aloe vera. It's super lightweight, and it does not break me out. Their concealer has caffeine, niacinamide that is helpful for my dark circles and puffiness in the morning. And this lip oil has been my everyday go-to. It has vitamin E, squalane, and jojoba oil, super hydrating on my lips. I love how all of these products feel on my skin and show my real skin texture without hiding them. It's so easy to apply with your fingers too. Just takes 10 minutes in the morning and I instantly look put together. If you use my link in the description and purchase $40 or more, you will get the Biphase Makeup Remover with your purchase. The offer is valid for 1 week, so if you've been needing new skincare, definitely check out Topology. Okay, let's talk about fashion, wardrobe, clothes, and everything related to that topic. There is just so much that I refuse to spend my money on. The first thing is anything impulse purchases. Uncomfortable clothes is another one. Too tight, too revealing, high heels. Also synthetic materials as well. I'm on a mission to make my wardrobe into all natural fibers. Things like cotton, linen, bamboo, wool, silk, hemp. These things feel so much better on my skin. And it's so important having a capsule wardrobe because these clothing will actually last. These are just the clothes, but let's talk about jewelry, sunglasses, or any kind of accessories. There's so many things that we could be spending money on, and jewelry is just not one of them. I don't find any real value in them. I do have some sentimental jewelry from my aunties, my grandma, so I don't feel the need to buy even more jewelry, which can be very expensive. Same with handbags, designer handbags and luggage sets as well. Really aesthetic luggage sets are becoming a thing. And I didn't even know that was something that had to be aesthetic. In fact, I really want to make my bags and luggages last for as long as they can because I really don't want to spend any more money than I have to. Let's talk about food and lifestyle. There's so many things that we could be spending money on, but also means that there's so many things that we could cut back on. The first thing that really came to mind is trendy restaurants and cafes. I've been to my fair share of these restaurants. They usually have thousands of reviews. They're really beautifully decorated. And almost always I feel leaving a little bit disappointed. And maybe I'm just getting older, but I really don't mind missing out on these experiences. I honestly just prefer restaurants that feel like someone's living room and someone's like cooking for me. And that makes me feel really pampered and spoiled. So I really want to support those restaurants and those kinds of experiences. Fun drinks is another one. We don't buy any fun drinks for the house, basically. And maybe a kombucha or a mate here and there, but it's only really when guests come over, but not for ourselves. And I feel like it's so much healthier just drinking water anyways. Also, no prepackaged foods. I love getting my weekly produce box from the farmers. I don't go to the gym consistently, and I haven't for a very long time, which means I don't buy cute workout clothes and whatever else is trending. Resorts and cruises is another one. Traveling is so expensive, and I see it as such a luxury that if I'm gonna spend so much money on a flight, hotel, car, and all of these things, then I really want to make sure that it's somewhere that I want to go and explore and feel the culture. If we can help it, we want to be able to pay all of it with credit card points. New car is another expense that I just refuse to pay. Everyone knows that they lose value the moment you drive off the lot. Anything that will get me from point A to point B, I'm happy with. Subscriptions and memberships. There's just so many nowadays that you have to pay for. Especially as a creator, I feel like there's so many. You can really get carried away if you wanted to subscribe to all of these, but they're like hundreds of dollars every single month that you're paying for. So I really try to be selective, and if I can, use the free version to create all of my videos. Fancy dog toys and accessories. I don't show them my love with material things because I really don't think that they care. They are probably the happiest when we go for a long hike and they're playing in the mud with just an old tennis ball, and that's really good enough for them. Let's talk about housing. It's actually been on the forefront of my mind since we just bought this house. And so we've been kind of looking at the market and furnishing things. And the first thing is luxury espresso machines and fancy designer appliances. In kitchen stuff, I feel like it is really easy to justify because you see it as an investment. Up until now, I've gotten fine just with what I have, so I don't feel the need to splurge more. Excessive plants and decor, just because. I learned that it's just a waste of space and money. smart home devices. These things, I can do it myself and I don't have to spend hundreds of dollars in automating my whole house. And this is kind of a random one, but HOA, Homeowners Association fee. When we were house shopping, we really wanted to make sure that the neighborhood that the house is in doesn't have an HOA. I just don't want to pay into something that I'm not using, and I want to be able to do the maintenance myself. So it would just be an extra fee that we're paying for nothing. And I know it goes up every single year, so it's just not worth it for me. And it might seem like living a low maintenance, low cost lifestyle. You're missing out on all of these things, but actually the opposite is true. Like I said, I have the financial freedom to be able to build the lifestyle that I want, and that's more important to me than anything else. So I hope that my long rant gave you some inspiration to cut back on your lifestyle, and let me know in the comments what you refuse to spend your money on. I would love to know, and I'll talk to you in the next video. Bye.